welcome to Now That You're With Charles Eaton. This is our opportunity to learn about the ways and purposes of God and life. Today, we'd like to read Genesis chapter 32. We'll read the Message version. We'll start from verse 22. It says, "But during the night, he got up and took his 2 wives, his 2 maidservants, and his 11 children, and crossed the ford of the Jabbok. He got them safely across the brook, along with all his possessions. But Jacob stayed behind by himself, and the man wrestled with him until daybreak. When the man saw that he couldn't get the best of Jacob as they wrestled, he deliberately threw Jacob's hip out of joint. The man said, 'Let me go, it's daybreak.' Jacob said, 'I'm not letting you go till you bless me.' The man said, 'What's your name?' He answered, 'Jacob.' The man said, 'But no longer. Your name is no longer Jacob. From now on, it's Israel, God wrestler. You've wrestled with God and you've come through.' Jacob asked, 'And what's your name?' The man said, 'Why do you want to know my name?' And then right then and there, he blessed them. Jacob named the place Peniel, God's face, because he said, 'I saw God face to face and lived to tell the story.' The sun came up as he left Peniel, limping because of his hip. That is why Israelites to this day don't eat the hip muscle, because Jacob's hip was thrown out of joint." You know, lots of people say it didn't happen, but it did happen. That man couldn't be limping and couldn't make up a story like that. It really happened to him. But do you see the energy level, that level of persistence of sticking with it? Some people would fall out. Jacob was in a desperate state. Remember, he was alone. He had moved his family aside, and he knew there was some form of transformation coming. So first of all, you need to be alone when it's time for that transformation to happen. Usually you're not traveling with people when these things happen. You will be alone. And even if you're traveling with people, you'll be called aside for that moment for change to come. He was alone, and he had to wrestle. Did he know he was going to wrestle? I don't know. I mean, the man just showed up from nowhere. Just showed up like that, and he had to wrestle. But look at it. Even the man was begging Jacob, "Please, let me go." Jacob's hip out of joint, and still begged him, "Let me go, it's daybreak." I mean, his hip is out of joint, but he still held on. And what was he holding on for? A blessing. I mean, that's desperation right there. The man knew he needed change. Whether it was for him to confront his brother Esau, whom he was going to meet the next day, or any other situation he was tired of carrying on, he just knew he needed change. He held on. He held on to a being that was more powerful than him, a being that could bless him. And he gave that guy stress. He gave that guy trouble. The guy had to beg. He said, "I'm not letting you go till you bless me. I mean, you could tear my back off. I'm still going to hold on to you. Give me what I want." And they asked him for his name, and then it changed. And then after that, he blessed him still. Okay? So, truth is, our pain levels differ depending on how desperate we are. What do you really, really want out of life, out of situations? When you are really desperate and you really, really want that change, even if your hip is thrown out of joint, you will stay. You will hold on to that situation until your change comes. You will stick with it. You will find, knowing that the answers are not coming from they need such divine intervention that if you don't do something about it, if you don't wait, if you don't stay there, there'll be no change. Jacob is an example here. your level of persistence has got to go up. That's why you're listening to this. Your level of persistence has to go up. You need to go stronger. Go all out for change. It's time for change. And if you back down, if you don't do it right, you're going to be on this level over again. So it's time. This is the time. It's time for change. It's time for you to move forward. Even if they're throwing you, hold on. Hold on. And let your change come. Okay? I hope this helps you. I hope this somehow gets across to you for you to do something about it. And please do something about it. Okay? Please do, and have a great day.